NFL Week 5 and college football Week 6. It's crazy to think that we're almost halfway into the college football season and we're over a quarter of the way through the NFL season. It's kind of sad that football's flying by like this. But there's still plenty more. Um, Still plenty of time for teams to turn it around. Still plenty of times for teams to take a nosedive. Um, how did you guys do last week? Obviously, I was on the show, so I didn't have any picks to give out. But what did you guys? Did you guys have anyone to curse or congratulate from the weekend?
So I got rocked on college football. I had a bunch of plus odds money lines that just did not work out. But no one really to curse. It just didn't fall my way. Kansas apparently is actually really bad, but
Yeah, they're
that's it.
dude.
Yeah,
I stopped betting on them.
Yeah. Um, but NFL, I finally hit against the spread parlay,
Nice.
so that pushed me way over into the black for the year. Also, shout out the Eagles for being favored in a game that they had no shot at winning. That didn't hurt either. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for
it
sure.
was it was bad college week, solid
nice.
NFL week.
I do have some guys to talk about and some bets to talk about, but I will be right back, guys. So give me one
Oh,
second.
good. All right. So,
What'd you have, Casey?
so last week I was big on Louisville plus 6.5 and got burnt on that.
Yeah, I took the money line.
Yeah, Louisville just could not stop shooting themselves in the foot.
I know.
It was so frustrating to watch. Just like fumbles, uh,
Yeah,
snapping the ball over the punter's head. Like it was just mistake after mistake.
yeah. They
Um,
had all the vibes on their side. Like that, I
yeah.
feel like that was the right pick, and
Yes.
they just shit the bed.
Yes.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
All right.
No, yeah, Louisville. You're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, that
Not
was.
good stuff.
They could have easily won that game, and they just could not stop getting in their own way. Um, but yeah,
I know for me, I was 5-1 on my college bets, and
nice.
then the NFL 2-4, not great. Somehow the Raiders were one of the teams that bailed me out,
Yeah.
which
Hey,
hey,
that's a
good for
good
you,
day for
Dalton.
you
Yeah,
and Dalton.
yeah, good for you,
That
Dalton.
was that was not a good day for it. And the only people who won on that day were those who did not watch that game.
Right,
It was
but
bad.
yeah, I did a good job with that. Um, I know that the only team that got me was Oklahoma State, plus 5.5. What in the
Yeah.
world was that by Oklahoma State? Disgusting. Get them out of here. They might be on the ban list. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. But no. And then, and like I said, in the NFL, I got Tampa, of course. I was right there with you, Dalton. Tampa
Same,
Bay
yeah.
money line.
That was
And
great.
like I said, the Raiders. Everyone else though thoroughly disappointed me. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
For college
Dallas.
oh,
Oh, yeah, Dallas. What the hell?
yeah. For
Especially.
college champ, did you have did you bet Illinois?
Yes, plus 17.5. Yeah.
Yeah. That got I don't know about you, but I was
I was
worried
getting
Penn State was
scared.
about to have their classic
Yep.
backdoor cover in
I
those
was-
games because they do it against everybody.
They really do.
Up a touchdown into the fourth quarter, the other team starts pressing, they get up 14, and then all of a sudden, bad turnover at the end of the game goes for a touchdown, and they win by 20 plus. It
I
never
was
fails.
so. Yeah, I was so like.
When that
don't-
fumble,
Yeah, the
I thought
fumble,
for sure it was
dude.
getting taken back.
So I was like, come on, guys, don't do this to me right now. Like, also betting against Kansas State worked out for me. Eastern Michigan minus 14.5 lock of the week. Got it, of course. It was Kansas State put up a fight on offense. I will give them credit for that, but not good enough.
They're so bad.
They're so horrendous. Even when they score 30 points, it's a blowout.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, guys.
Like, that's a team that needs to be relegated.
Yeah, if there's ever a team that needs a couple years down in FCS, that's definitely the team.
I mean, honestly, they probably should break up the MAC and send half of those teams down to FCS.
Yeah, probably. If
And
we're
then
being,
No,
put the rest in the
because-
Mountain West.
We're about to get into the best part of football when we have MAC games on like Wednesdays and Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Maction on Tuesdays
Yeah.
and Wednesdays.
I don't
Hell
know.
yeah.
I don't like betting Maction.
No, there's no reason. Do not bet Maction. Just watch
No,
Maction.
it's
It is.
fun.
It is so unpredictable.
Maction is for watching, not for betting, folks. If there's anything, there we go. Chris is
Chris,
here.
here we go. Dallas sucks. Yeah,
Dallas
that's-
does suck,
Yeah.
and that's coming from someone who's playing them this week. They
Yeah.
really suck now. If they didn't suck before, now they don't have any players out there,
Yeah.
let alone even if they have them. Horrendous.
Dallas sucks. Georgia sucks.
Georgia definitely also sucks. You know who doesn't suck? Ryan Williams.
No, he's great.
These freshmen are on crack, dude. I don't know what the hell's
Yeah.
going on in college this
I
year.
don't get it.
Yeah, and that game was cracked out of its mind.
Something else.
Yeah.
That Alabama -2.5 though, or +2.5. Sorry, came through for me.
Is that what you had?
Yeah, I had that in my. That's one of my college bets I had.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm done betting on Georgia. I took I did an alternate line of -6.5.
I remember that. I was like,
I don't know what's wrong with Georgia. Like,
They can't put it all together. I think at the same
Yeah,
game
I
right
don't
now.
know.
yeah.
Because like
It's
Kentucky, the Kentucky game defense was great. Offense
Yeah.
could do jack shit.
It's like they wait till like the playoffs hit and they're like, all right, we can play football now.
Well, I mean, this year they could probably get away with it because they don't have to win every game but one, probably.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be able to get in with like
they can get in
10
with 2
wins
losses.
probably. They could be like 10-2
Yeah.
or 9-3 if they make the conference championship somehow. Still doing that, but
yeah.
I mean, they'll make the playoff.
yeah, almost sure they'd have to
Yeah.
lose 3 times.
I mean,
think.
yeah. I mean, I feel like the playoff is pretty much almost set in stone at this point of who's getting in.
There'd have to be some upsets for sure down the
Yeah.
stretch to like get us close to something
Yeah.
different. I
I
think.
think the really only toss-up is who's getting the last 2 SEC spots
hmm
between like Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Missouri. One of them's probably not going to get in.
Yeah, I mean, Missouri's one of those things where it's like I don't think they're good. I don't think they're that good, but they don't really lose big or win big. They're kind of just like always
I
there.
don't know what to. I
Yeah.
still refuse to believe that they're actually good,
Right.
but
Like, I don't know.
they keep winning.
Yeah, so it's like, what are you supposed to do with that? They're gonna have to lose at some point for it to matter.
Yeah,
whether
and
we
if they
think they're
win
gonna-
10 games in the SEC, they're making
they're
the
gonna.
playoffs.
Yeah, they're getting in for sure. Ole Miss though, that's a tough loss. Tough loss.
But also like a classic Lane Kiffin loss.
Oh, very much so. This is what
Yes.
would have happened for sure.
And they'll still win 11. Like I think they'll still. I can see them beating Georgia later this year.
Yeah, they could.
Oh yeah. Well, that's part of the playoffs. They're gonna be in. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
So, does anyone have any non-fun bets before we get started?
the old non-fun.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Well, actually, you know what? Baseball playoffs, those are fun.
Yeah, they're fun, but they're all currently happening. That at least
Yeah.
ones that are gonna not like we could bet the Saturday games coming up, but like
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know who I would even bet on to like win the World Series.
Chris
not
said-
the Mets because they don't get to enjoy things for too long at a time.
No. Chris said, yeah, oh, no, his other message. Sorry, Chris. Kentucky exposed them, talking about Georgia. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, Kentucky got destroyed by South Carolina. Everyone thought that Kentucky was going to be trash. And then what was it, like 13-12 or something like that?
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah,
So,
I think Ole
The
Miss's
SEC
defense just
is
isn't
wild
real.
this year.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
think Ole Miss's defense doesn't actually exist really. Like I don't think they're that good on defense. They have a couple guys, but I don't think they're a complete team. The offense when it's working
Yeah.
is really hard to do anything about.
yeah.
That's kind of always been the case with Kiffin, but can they put together like an actual full performance against a good team?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Now, the SEC though is just pure chaos.
Oh yeah, which honestly I'm here for that.
Yeah.
So I don't mind.
All right. So I guess let's get into our NCAA picks. What I guess I hate doing this. I'm gonna start with my lock, but I hate doing this because I just talk shit about them. I'm going Louisville -6.5. I'm going Louisville -6.5 against SMU. I think this is a get right game. they shot themselves in the foot so much against Notre Dame. They easily could have won that game. They should have easily covered. They just could not stop turning the ball over, giving up big plays. Like, it just did not look like the usual Louisville team we've seen in the past. So that's my lock for this week.
Nice.
I like it.
My lock this week, I'm taking Boston College money line at -102 at Virginia. I'm
I
not
like
really.
that.
Is there like an injury that I'm missing?
Is Castellanos still out? That might be it, because
Yeah.
he's
Did you
out.
say
He was
Georgia?
out.
Did you say Georgia Tech or Boston College?
Boston
College at
Oh.
Virginia.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you said Georgia Tech.
I think Castellanos might be out, the quarterback for them still. That might be what it was,
that's-
because he was out last week.
Yeah.
They still won,
Yeah.
but he's not the same player as him, so.
Okay, let's see here. Update. B.O.B. said he's doing all right.
Okay. That
Great.
means a whole lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, bud.
Oh, he
Appreciate it.
practiced though.
Okay, well, that's
Alright.
definitely a good sign. Okay.
Okay, I love the pick then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if he's
yeah.
healthy, for sure. Yeah, I
Assuming
like
he's,
that.
but like, even
They,
if not,
they might,
like,
I mean, they still won last week. It wasn't
yeah,
pretty,
and like
but
Virginia's not a good team.
no, they're
They
or
are.
whatever.
They are one of the bottom 5 teams in a bad conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ACC, man. Whew,
Yeah, not good.
not great. No, I like that.
One of
I
those
do.
teams is getting in the playoff.
Yeah.
One of them. Seems like they wanted to be in Miami based on the Virginia Tech game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna have to be Miami.
Yeah, I don't know if I mean, do we think Pittsburgh's gonna stay undefeated for much longer? Like, I don't know.
They
Like,
might. I mean, they're.
good
they're
old
surviving.
Holstein, slinging Holstein out there, brother.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, I don't think is gonna be in the ACC much longer.
Probably not.
I think they're dark horse SEC team.
Dude, Pittsburgh in the SEC sounds comical.
Dalton,
It's-
sorry, dude. I could never see that.
To get in that market, if they can't get West Virginia, because West Virginia's already in the Big 12,
Yeah.
I think that's the SEC sneaky way of like trying to climb into like the Appalachia market a little bit
Yeah,
more.
I mean, yeah, but something about Pittsburgh in the SEC gives me hives.
Does the SEC?
Like,
does the SEC
more
get
than
that
more than
small
Stanford
of
in
a
the
school?
ACC.
well, at this point, all the Pac-12 teams, like, they don't exist to me. If they're not in the Big Ten, they don't exist. Like, because they might as well not, right? Like, Stanford should just go be in like an Ivy League conference because
Yeah.
that's what they are. Just say screw it, we're done with it. But that's beside the point. Now Cal, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if Pittsburgh goes to the SEC, good for them, I guess. I don't know.
It makes sense geographically.
No, it does. Yeah, it's just really funny. It's just like, dude, like fucking Arkansas, Penn State, or
Yeah.
Pittsburgh games. It's fucking really funny. Oh god, like Penn State's playing UCLA for the first time in like 56 years this week because when would they have played for any other reason? It's like
Rose Bowl. That'd be it.
right. That's like
Yeah.
68 was the last time they fucking played each other, and I'm like, all right, yeah, just good old Big Ten game between teams who haven't played in longer than most of us have been alive.
Yeah. Big Ten's gonna be awesome.
Got grandfathers out who were like, I remember when UCLA played Penn
Yeah.
State. Jesus Christ. Anyway, college realignment's not something I'm really super fun talking point for me. Oh, I guess I have to give my lock now.
Yes.
After we talked about Pittsburgh in the SEC. This one's going to be kind of crazy to have as a lock, but like I'm researching this game a lot, as I was just talking about. Penn State minus 26.5. I think they're going to absolutely obliterate UCLA. UCLA is awful. Like I did not know how bad they were until I looked at the stats for them, especially
Yeah.
offensively. Goodness gracious, they can't do shit on offense. It's bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking 2.5 yards a carry as a team. Garbers is like 3 touchdowns, 6 picks right now.
Yeah.
Like it's bad over there in UCLA right now.
They got waxed at home by Indiana.
Yeah, and granted, Indiana, good team this year. I think
Yeah.
they're pretty all right.
But
But they're not Penn State. They're not
No.
even Oregon, who kind of like
No.
sleepwalked through that game and still
Yeah.
won by however much. Like,
Yeah.
I
UCLA bad.
yeah, I'll take minus one. I think Penn State's gonna try to flex on them a little bit.
Yeah,
And,
I think that's
just,
one of
yeah.
those games that like snowballs out of control. Like it might be a 14-point game at halftime.
Hmm.
That by the fourth quarter, Perbiola's in the game.
Yeah, Bavrila's in the game. He probably scores a touchdown too.
Yeah.
Like it just feels good to me. Feels like a good bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. 41-10.
Feels good.
Yep.
42-10, I'd say.
Yep.
Yeah, close enough.
Perfect. All right. So bet I love this week. I'm surprised it's this low the spread, but I'll take Ohio State minus 19.5 against Iowa.
Yeah.
It's at Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith is unreal. Will Howard's playing great.
Is he good? Because I thought he got banged up a little bit in that game. Is he good?
He's going to be fine.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter because, I mean, as much as I don't like Devin Brown, I mean, he came in and threw a touchdown pass for the one pass he had.
Yeah, I mean, they could
so-
probably get it done without him. But
Yeah. So I just like this minus 19.5 against Iowa. I expect a dominating performance this Saturday.
fair enough. You know, Iowa might not score 10 points, so you really
Yeah.
won't have to score that much realistically
Yeah.
on a good Iowa defense. So
Yeah.
I get it.
I like it.
I can see being 35-10.
That'll get it done.
Yeah, so.
What do you got, Dalton?
I'm also staying in the Big Ten. I'm taking for my favorite bet this week Michigan at plus 114 money line against Washington. I
Ah.
don't understand Michigan being an underdog. I get it on the road, and I get but I mean, I feel like we're really punishing Michigan for a 3-score loss on the road to Texas. Meanwhile, I don't know how many teams in the country right now. There's probably only a handful that would go into Texas right now and keep it within 20. I mean,
Yeah, the
like
way
that's
they're
not
playing,
that's
yeah.
not looking like that bad of a loss. And Washington's having a down year. It's that simple.
Yeah, I get that one. I do. I think the thing with Michigan is just like I think Washington's offense, whenever it's clicking okay, is competent and can actually put up a decent amount of points. And I think the question is whether Michigan is going to be able to do the same.
Yeah.
That's what it is every
Problem
week.
is, can Washington do that against Michigan's defense, which
Right,
is still
that's-
legit?
Yeah, it's still legit for sure. I think
Would
like
it cha-
so.
No, I was gonna say, would it change your mind if the game was played at Michigan this couple weeks ago? Texas
Well, I mean,
Texas came in and stomped on Michigan in the Big House.
I mean, still Texas is
By the
just way
same
better.
score, it might
Yeah.
a little bit, but I don't know. I think
Texas is good, man. I think that
Yeah.
at the end of the day, Michigan is a solid football team.
That's just me being a hater. I'm
Yeah,
not
that
gonna lie.
like is very. They have to win in very specific ways, and I think
Yeah.
against Washington, that is a game that they can win in that specific way for sure,
Yeah.
even on the road, right? So I get that one. Yeah.
I don't like these Pac-12 teams. I just don't think they match up well against the Big Ten.
Well, you were right about USC for like. Well, not. I don't know if you say anything about USC, but like you were right about USC for like half the game, and then
Against
Wisconsin was like,
Wisconsin,
"Oh
yeah.
crap, we're winning. Let's stop winning."
I don't understand what happened. I thought that game was secure.
Yeah,
Wisconsin still didn't cover plus 16.5, and I don't know how.
it's because they're bad, Dalton.
Yeah.
They're bad. They
Fickle
can't run the
needs to be
football the way they
fired
used to.
Immediately.
Yeah, they can't run the football the way they used to. Somehow, the quarterback they're playing now, which I can't even remember his name because I legitimately don't care.
It's Tanner Mordecai, right?
That was their starter last year, I believe. Tyler Van Dyke is the one who's supposed to be the quarterback, but then he busted his knee. So it's whoever the second string quarterback is, which at this point, who cares? Yeah, just not a good football team. Not good. So, and Michigan's at least a good football team.
Yeah.
My favorite, we're doing favorite bets, right? You said.
Yes.
Rutgers plus 6.5 at Nebraska.
Love that.
I just really like Rutgers this year. I'm a
Yeah.
big Kyle Monangai fan. Like, I think the quarterback, which was Minnesota's quarterback, weirdly enough, last year, is playing way better than he played in Minnesota. So maybe it's just a Minnesota thing, honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
I think that they're definitely capable of winning this game, let alone keeping it within a touchdown, basically, right?
Yeah.
Like, I really think that's possible.
Yeah, I have that in a parlay. They should not be getting 7 against Nebraska. That's
No.
just. I don't get the Nebraska hype.
I think
It's
they're
'cause of
fine.
Patrick Mahomes, dude. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not a bad team. Like
No.
they're probably gonna win. They're probably gonna go 7-5 this year.
Yeah, which is for Nebraska recently, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. You have a freshman quarterback that looks legit, as weird as it is to watch him play. It does look legit, and you can build off that, right? But it's just, I think it's early. Like getting
It
getting
is.
ranked doesn't. I think the ranking thing is kind of what's pushing this a little bit. And then we saw what Illinois did against Penn State. Like they're as good as Illinois was playing, they're not at that level yet. So
Yeah,
no.
that loss to that win over
Yeah.
Nebraska is not that big of a deal. Like it's just not. So
Yeah, Nebraska's getting all this hype for a big win over Colorado. That's what it is.
Yeah.
yeah,
And Colorado is not that good.
no.
All right. Let's not speak of that name of Colorado.
Yeah.
May they never touch our bet slips again this year.
Of course, if I had been betting the last like 2 weeks, I would have probably won
I
because
know.
Yeah.
I thought the same, but you know what? As soon as you start believing
Yep.
and bet on them, they
send me a check, Dion. I'm helping you out by not betting
Yeah.
on your team.
All
You
right.
got the money probably.
Yeah, he does. All right, so let's go
Long shots.
underdogs. Yeah. This one, I'm taking Syracuse money line against UNLV at plus 184. I think Syracuse is a lot better of a football team than they have been in the past few 6 to 10 years, probably longer than that. Kyle McCord looks pretty good there. I think he's made that offense look pretty good. So I'll take Syracuse plus 184. It's at UNLV, but it doesn't scare me.
No, I think this might be the week where things start to unravel for UNLV. Because
Yeah.
something's clearly going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens
Something's
in Vegas
not right.
stays in Vegas.
All right. So for mine, That's funny. We were actually just kind of shitting on them not too long ago, but I'm taking Stanford at plus 245 at home against Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Virginia Tech, I think, yeah, they played Miami tough, but they're still not a good football team. I've been burned by them twice this year, but I refuse to believe that they are a good football team, and I think this is going to be a one-score game, and I'll take my chances with Stanford with this value. There's also just not a lot of great underdog picks this week with a lot of really good value. Like, I couldn't find anything over plus 300 that looked interesting.
Yeah.
This is about as long odds as I was willing to take this week. So, we'll try it. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty much like I consider Virginia Tech like to a much lesser degree, but like the Colorado of the ACC, where like they have a couple really good players. Like I really like the quarterback there with Jones, like the running back's good, but like they're just not like a complete football team.
No.
Yeah.
And at any given time, I think they can lose most games they're in, and they could also possibly win them. So it's like I don't know. I don't really know what you do with that.
Yeah.
And Stanford's been very okay this year.
They're fine. I think the passing game is an issue, even though Io Manner's a pretty good player for them. It's just there's just not a lot of great quarterback play that comes from Stanford anymore.
Yeah.
Boy, do they wish the days of Andrew Luck. I mean, they'll take what's his face, the dude who threw crazy, like he looked like an idiot throwing the football. Kevin something. Does that sound familiar?
Kevin
Anybody?
Hogan?
Yeah, Kevin. There it is. Yeah, Hogan.
Yeah, I forgot
Looked
about
crazy throwing that thing around.
Hey,
But-
they just had a good quarterback come out of there who
Oh, that's
is going to
true.
do something in the NFL at some point.
That's fair.
Tanner McKee.
Yeah,
waiting
you're
for
right.
his
McKay.
chance.
Dude, that talk about not having any help in college. That dude didn't have any help in college.
Oh my
Holy
God.
cow! I remember watching this game. I'm like, this dude can throw, but I'm like, there's nobody around
He
him.
had
Yeah.
his second to last year. He had the greatest 3-interception game
I know,
against
yeah.
USC
I remember,
that I have
yeah.
ever seen.
It was insane,
was
yeah.
every play was either a pick or he was
A hero
dropping it
throw.
in between three
Yeah, it was
defenders.
insane. He was just slinging it out there. I don't care. Who cares? I'm at Stanford.
He had no time, and
Yeah.
no one ever got any separation.
Yeah.
It's insane. I do remember that game, actually. Yeah, stupid. Now he's got freaking Kenny Pickett blocking him somehow. Get him out of here. Anyway, I didn't find anything interesting either, Dalton. So I settled for one that feels like real good, that I don't understand right now. Still, like I know that Missouri's not that great, but like Texas A&M being a favorite even at home over this team.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas A&M can't beat anybody by more than like 4 points, and teams that aren't as good as Missouri. Even though I don't know if Missouri's great, like I just feel like that one could easily happen at plus 112 as a road underdog there.
Yeah. I was almost.
Yeah.
I would probably take that, like, personally as well. Neither of them are great teams, but you got to take the plus money on Missouri on that one, I think.
Yeah, I thought about that game a lot, and it's just I have zero trust in either of those teams to either like play a really good game of football
Mm-hmm.
or to really shit the bed. I don't
Yeah.
trust either team to do either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because I was trying to find something that was
Yeah,
No,
Plus
I
odds.
get it.
I get it.
and like yeah, it
This
felt
week
that one
is
A
felt
top
good.
10 team getting plus odds against a notoriously
Yeah.
doesn't show up in big moments team.
Yeah, feels
Yeah.
good. Feels
Yeah.
pretty good for me. I like it.
All right. Do you guys have any strictly college football parlays before we move on to
Yeah, I got
NFL?
one.
Yeah, I got one too, but go ahead, Dalton.
I got so I got 3 legs. I got Florida at plus 2.5 against Central Florida.
Okay.
Central Florida's really bad. And I mean Florida's still like they're still a below average SEC team. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna beat UCF. I got Rutgers at plus 7 against
Okay.
Nebraska.
Okay, that's nice.
And then I also took Tennessee at minus 13.5 against Arkansas. Tennessee's just been smoking teams. this
Tennessee's
year.
really they can run the football, like they can
Yeah.
do everything kind of right now. Yeah,
And when they win big.
they do. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So those 3 together parlay at plus 605.
Nice.
All right. For me, I have. I hate to do this to you, Casey, but I have UNLV minus 6.5. I just feel like
All good.
I don't know. UNLV's playing really good. It's just that
Yeah.
team does have weird stuff going on. But gonna go ahead and bet against Kyle McCord if I have the
No,
opportunity to do so.
I get it.
Obviously, I have my Penn State minus 26.5 bet. Florida State plus 14.5 solely because DJ's not playing.
Oh, he's
Maybe.
not?
Yeah, he's hurt. So maybe something's gonna go on
Is he
there.
really hurt or is he hurt?
Well, I hope he's not. Well, I shouldn't say I hope he's hurt because that's messed
Yeah.
up. I hope he's not. Like, I'm glad he's not playing. Let me put it
Yeah.
that way. Right.
Yeah.
He can go train to be a tight end. He can go ahead and do
Yeah.
that. Like, he can go start to do that. Start that process. Like, we can go ahead and
He
do
should
that.
have been doing that 4 years ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
But hey, no time like the present, Dalton. You know. But so I don't know if that's going to mean anything really for Florida State,
Yeah.
but just part of me feels like this is a good time to take the point because like Clemson, right? It's Clemson. That's all I have to say about that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. USC minus 8.5 at Minnesota. I just think Minnesota is not good. Not good. I know they played Michigan hard, but Big Ten games. This is not a true Big Ten game to me because it's USC. Like they're still kind of getting
Yeah.
acclimated. I think they can put some points on that team. Because they can push the ball through the air actually, where Michigan can't do that.
Yeah.
I'd have Rutgers plus 6.5 and the Missouri money line, like I said.
Nice.
That altogether, I think, was plus like 5,000 something. I have to double check, but pretty good.
A little bit of pocket change.
Yeah.
A little bit of pocket change.
Can we just take a second to imagine Clemson's offense right now with like a DJ Uyagale tight end that's like been training for it for several years and is bulked up, and like that team would be really good.
They
That would
probably
be
be a lot
good.
better.
Could be good.
Like Klubnik having a weapon like that
Yeah.
True.
it'd be something.
I like
He'd
it.
be the next Terrell Pryor, and
Yeah.
he's a guy that's still out there.
Logan Thomas, is he still floating
Yeah.
around?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
just with the Niners at the end of last year.
Okay.
I don't get how Terrell Pryor fizzled out as quickly as he did.
That's a good question because he was like legit good for like a
He,
year.
he had
Yeah,
a
he
1,000-yard
was.
Yeah,
season on the
on
Browns.
a bad Browns team.
He was
Yeah.
just huge, dude. He was a
Well, it was
specimen.
just the whole offense was Pryor sprints down the field and Hoyer hopes he can hit him on a yellow
Yeah.
bomb before he gets absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
Did they play him at quarterback for like half a game because they were out of quarterbacks or something?
Probably.
He basically just ran the Wildcat because he didn't actually play, like he didn't even try to play actual quarterback
Yeah.
like he used to. Like the thing I'll always remember with Joe Pryor, not to get into a huge tangent, but that freaking Raiders game,
The
Dalton.
90-yard run. I knew you were gonna say that.
I cannot watch that play without being like, somebody catch him! What the hell? So mad.
You
Stupid.
can't. He runs a 4.3.
I know he's fast. Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh shit.
Like, dude, imagine Terrell Pryor came out like this year. Forget about it. Anthony
Oh,
Richardson
had-
2.0.
Had it
Yeah.
not been had it not been for Tattoo Gate, he'd have been
Oh.
a top 3 pick at quarterback.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying now, like people would definitely be all about it. Like, no question about it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, that guy. Sure.
Well, it's not even illegal anymore.
I know. Yeah, you can just do it. Yeah, go for it, dude. Make your money. Dude, Terrell Pryor in the NIL
Yeah.
era, dude, making bank.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ. He would be like, forget the NFL. I'm just gonna go start a
Yeah.
business. With all this money I make
Yeah.
in college. It's funny. No.
All right. So let's get to the NFL.
Oh yeah.
Shane, how you feeling about the Steelers? You guys got your first loss under your belt.
We
It
do.
It was gonna happen. It's always
Somehow also won almost still, even though we
Yeah.
had no right to do so. So I'm kind of feeling alright about it. Justin Fields looks for real. Appreciate that.
Yeah. I didn't get
But-
to watch much of the game. Did he look good?
He was phenomenal in the second half to the point where like
Yeah.
the Colts basically almost gave us the game by just like not being able to stop him from doing whatever he
Oh.
wanted mostly. Which, was nice to see, even though we lost. It was good to see the offense
Yeah.
can do that a little bit if he's asked to. So
Yeah.
Well, and the Steelers also got unlucky in that game because the Colts got a forced upgrade at quarterback.
it also just changed the game plan entirely defensively
Yeah.
because like now you actually have to worry about timing routes and like shit like that. Like Josh Downs just getting open against our fucking linebackers because for some reason linebackers are the best way to cover slot receivers for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Whatever, but yeah,
But
just not
yeah.
a great matchup.
It also helps when like the Colts offense can actually move the ball now,
Yeah.
like instead of just waiting for random shot plays to hit.
I mean,
Flacco's,
he started off with that big one with Pittman,
Yeah.
admittedly. So
Yeah, but it's just not sustainable.
no, not for a full season. I don't think.
His highest completion percentage this year in a full game was 50.
Yeah,
yeah.
all or
Flac-
nothing.
I'll
Flacco's
save
like-
I'll save that the numbers for NFL show.
Yeah.
Flacco's just like an 8-week XP boost for any NFL team that's struggling.
Yeah, it's just
You bring him
Stupid.
in, and then he's going to give you like a good 8 weeks, and then his like 50-year-old body's just going to start deteriorating, and then you're
Yeah.
going to have to find another backup.
Well, he at least keeps the offense on schedule.
yeah, because he doesn't want to get hit, so he just gets rid of
Yeah.
the ball. He's just
Yeah.
like, I'm not holding on to this shit. It's either
Yeah,
going
I'm
5
sure.
yards or 50 yards right away.
Like,
I don't
that's
care.
way better than what Anthony
Oh.
Richardson
Yeah.
is doing, and same thing with Deshaun Watson last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same idea. So
All right, before
Tough.
we get too many tangents, let's get in the NFL. All right, so I'm going to start with my lock of the week here: New Orleans Saints plus 5.5 at Kansas City.
ooh, okay.
This is a weird one, just because I don't really remember these two playing each other a lot. So like I feel like there's a lot of games like that this year where it's just like teams meeting up for the first time in a while, and the Chiefs just suck against the spread. So I'm gonna take the Saints plus 5.5. I'm not gonna talk shit on the Chiefs like I want to right now because I don't deserve it, but fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah, 4-0 Chiefs out here whenever like they have one healthy receiver, their tackles are
And
bad.
it just
Mahomes
pisses
hasn't
me
been that
off.
good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like
doesn't
they
matter.
they're playing shitty football, but somehow they like put the other team in quicksand, and they're like, if we're playing shitty football,
So are you. Yeah, literally.
Yes.
They immediately even the playing field, and it's like, okay, well,
Yes.
Like it. And also, I think at this point too, like, I don't know if there's anything that Spagnuolo can throw at Derek Carr that Carr hasn't seen at this point. Like
Yeah.
playing them so many times, I do think like he is used to the weird pressures and
Yeah.
all the weird looks that he's gonna throw at him.
yeah.
There's not much he can do to make him uncomfortable, and it's not like there's one set offense that Spags has seen Carr in, and now it's a change
Yeah.
because Carr's been in a different offense every year he's played the Chiefs, anyways.
Yeah.
That's a whole other.
Whole other question. A whole other thing.
But I like that
Got
pick.
PTSD.
I'm
Those
taking
car days.
this week. I'm taking for my lock. I'm taking Vikings minus 2.5
That-
against the Jets.
Took it. I knew you were gonna do it too. I was like, I'm waiting. I have a backup in case, but I knew Dalton was gonna. Get
I mean, it's just
it. Right?
It's just too good to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, minus 2.5 over that Jets team right now, dude.
Yeah.
Plus, maybe if they trade for Devonta Adams like tomorrow, maybe I'll give him.
And he just shows up. Yeah.
Just shows up.
But yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean-
he wouldn't have to acclimate at
Yeah.
all. So I guess it would be fine.
The Vikings at this point, like, they're a wagon, and I think at this point we have to assume they're going to keep winning and winning handily against teams like this until it stops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no notes on that
I
one.
got it at minus
Um,
122.
Yeah, I got minus 115.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a hefty lock.
Yeah. So I had a backup because I knew that Dalton probably was going to take it or Casey, but especially it felt like Dalton was on that one for sure. I have my lock, which I normally don't do these. It's more of a JT thing that he does this a lot. But under 36.5 Miami Dolphins at New England Patriots.
I
love that.
One.
Yeah, horrendous offenses
Yeah.
playing against defenses that are trying really hard. They're trying really hard, dude. They're just trying really hard. Dolphins, especially, they're trying really hard out there.
No talent, but they try.
They try real hard, especially Dolphins. They just Jalen Phillips is out, blew his knee out again. That makes me really sad. Hate that for him. Chop Robinson chopping it up out there, not doing so good in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you gonna do? I don't know.
I mean, he was
yeah.
never gonna have a good rookie year.
No
With
no
his
shot.
build, there was
No,
no
no
way
shot.
unless he literally just ran around every tackle.
I think he should just start from like 20 yards away, and just like get like in a 40-yard dash sprint stance and just run as fast as he can.
Yeah,
see what
just
happens
try to
for us.
time the snap.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
he's at a dead sprint as soon as the ball
Yeah.
snapped.
Literally,
2 yards
just
away
keep
from the
taking
tackle.
penalties until
Yeah.
you know who cares. That's really the only thing I can do. No, but I just feel like that game is going to be disgusting,
Yeah.
absolutely
And
gross.
I kept eyeing that one.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go from a game that's gonna suck in the under, and I'm gonna go with my favorite pick of the week. I'm taking over 49.5 in the Cardinals and Niners game. Niners defense is trash this year. Like Fred Warner's awesome, Bosa's awesome. I mean, our secondary's just getting ate up. Our run defense isn't what it used to be. And the Cardinals are a fun team to watch on offense. The Niners are going to
Apparently,
score.
every team again in every game except for the Commanders for some reason.
The Commanders are just like the elite level of the NFL right now.
Oh yeah, they're the ultimate all offense, no defense team. It's
Yes.
like when I used to play Madden when I was like 10.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
what's a cornerback, dude? Who cares?
Yeah. It's like cool, you scored 28 points, we scored 50.
Right? Who cares?
So, over 49.5 in that game. I think both offenses are just going to show out.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so I'm hoping for that.
Like it. Alright. So for my favorite bet this week, I'm taking the Cowboys plus 114 money line against the Steelers. I just think that the Steelers are coming back down to earth. And I still think Dallas is a solid team. And I really think on paper, like, this is a 50-50 game with the Cowboys getting pretty decent value.
Yeah.
So I'll take Dallas here.
Dalton. Dalton. I picked your team last week, man. What the heck? No, I'm just kidding. So I will say my favorite bet is Pittsburgh's -1.5 because the Cowboys have one edge rusher I've heard of currently healthy, and it's a draft
Really good.
and it's a rookie draft pick.
Yes.
So
I mean, Parsons is still looking like he's probably gonna play, isn't he?
no, if he plays, I cannot imagine. He has a high ankle sprain one week after. I don't think he plays, and Lawrence is done for a
Last
while.
I saw, I thought he was questionable.
If Parsons plays, he's playing on one leg because there's no way that dude's going to be able to play, right? Like,
It's probably
never
better-
mind. Yeah,
that's
I'm
probably
missing.
better than whoever the backup is, though.
yeah, Marshawn Nealand is probably the most notable edge rusher on that team without those two out there. Bland's still out at corner. They're going to be trotting out Andrew Booth at corner opposite Trayvon Diggs. I know that like Pickens is the only receiver, but like we could probably pick on that. Like the linebackers basically don't exist. Mozzie Smith might as well be like a cone that we have to just like lightly brush out of the way. Like I just don't see a situation where the Cowboys can score enough points because the Steelers' offense is much as it's not this explosive unit. I don't know what the Cowboys have on defense that can really limit them right now with all the injuries.
Yeah.
Now, if one of the edge rushers were healthy or the run defense, like I know they played well against the Giants, but like Giants, I don't know. It just feels like they're going to be able to kind of control the game and win like 24-17 because the Cowboys just can't get enough going offensively with just CeeDee Lamb out there because Cooks is out too offensively for them.
You know?
Like it's just a
It's
mess.
so weird that he's still like a weapon.
Yeah, he is. Like he's been pretty good. So like this feels like a week where like the Steelers already had a disappointing loss last week. They kind of do usually that once or twice a year. I don't think they do it back-to-back weeks. It just feels like a game that the Cowboys are destined to lose because of all the injuries.
Yeah, I don't know.
But again, because you bet them to, it's gonna happen now to me.
I don't know.
Like, so, but that's my favorite bet.
But
just
you
'cause,
did
like,
bet on your own team, which
I did.
never works out.
Yeah.
I did it last week,
For-
and look how it worked out for me.
Yeah. I have made that mistake too many times with the Raiders.
Yeah.
And it stings because your team loses and your bet loses.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
He used to
double
always
whammy.
hedge against your feelings.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. But also, like, if they lose this game, I'll be like, whatever, dude. As long as Fields doesn't lose it for them, I really don't care how this game goes
Yeah.
because he just needs to keep playing so that we have a chance to maybe have an answer for a couple years at quarterback.
What you
Yeah.
don't want to go back to Mr. Unlimited.
Listen, he can take his Subway sandwich and get the fuck out of town, brother. The fact that we never had to see him is kind of great to me because he'd be okay.
Yeah.
But would he be better than Fields has been through 4 games? I don't think so.
No.
Would he have any chance of being the quarterback past this year with me feeling good about it? Also, no. Maybe we can send him to the Dolphins and he can go out there and be bad for Mike McDaniel because that's
Honestly,
probably what will
he'd be a
happen.
great fit in that offense.
Theoretically, he should
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
But I think they're just going to keep rolling out Tyler Huntley until Tua's head goes unscrambled and then go from there.
Imagine having to fly from Pittsburgh or if like the game was in like California and then Russell Wilson's just doing stretches in the fucking aisleway while you're trying
I
to take a
can't.
nap.
Can't do it, dude. If I was Mike Tomlin, I'd be like, hey, Russ, listen, it's been fun and everything, but you're weird as shit, leave.
Yeah. I feel like he would say some shit like that too.
What did he say? He's like, you don't want to know the ingredients to the hot dog or something like that. What the fuck
Yeah.
did he say a while ago?
It was something along those lines. He was like, you don't want to know how the sausage is made or something.
Or something,
like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's some, if nothing else, one thing no one will ever be able to take away from Mike Tomlin is that the dude is a soundbite machine.
Yeah.
He is elite at
Right.
that. Nothing else, possibly, depending on the week, but certainly
Yeah.
that. So, anyway, that's my favorite bet.
All right, so let's get into our underdogs. You guys are gonna hate this. I'm taking the Jets money line because the Vikings -2.5 just makes way too much sense. It just
You know what?
makes, It just makes way too much sense. I don't. The conditions last week in New Jersey or wherever the fuck they play the games for the Jets and Giants.
It's New Jersey.
Yeah,
Don't let them tell you it's New York. They're wrong.
it was trash conditions. Like this game, I know it's going to be across the pond, but
Oh, that's right. It's a London game.
yeah, it just
Shit, I should not have bet that.
it just makes too much sense.
I missed that.
For the Jets not to win this one.
You know, here's my thing, right? What would be better for the universe? Sam Darnold getting the win against the team that drafted him and discarded him, understandably so, but discarded him, or freaking Aaron Rodgers / RFK Jr. Out there trying to win a game in London.
Look,
Against the team that he has a lot of experience against. I'm taking the Darnold redemption storyline every time.
I get it. I want to, but this past few weeks, it's how the NFL has just been destroying my record. Like, I had to take a deep reflection and be like, I need to bet.
Deep reflection.
Just bet on
No, I
everything.
need,
Just bet against all
Every fiber of
conventional
your
wisdom.
I need
Yeah.
to stop betting with my like feelings. I need to bet like strategically here, and this is a strategic bet in my opinion. Feelings, I want the Vikings to blow the shit out of the Jets, and old me would take the -2.5 in a heartbeat. But I just something.
Old me. That's the old me.
Yeah, that's the old.
I'm not a piece of shit anymore.
Yeah, old me tries to just win a few more dollars on a bet, but still lose.
Used to order sloppy steaks over in London. I used to be a piece of shit. If you get that,
Yes,
appreciate it.
yes.
Yeah. Oh,
All
my
right,
God.
Dalton.
All right. I'm sorry, Casey.
Oh no.
I knew you were gonna go with
Oh,
this.
I'm
no.
taking
I knew
Cardinals
it.
money line at plus
I
280.
knew it.
I just love this value. Like getting almost plus 300 odds on a divisional game in the NFL. I'll take
Yeah.
that most of the time.
That's fair.
And especially in a situation where you have a Niners team that I don't think is playing as well as we expected to this year so far. And a Cardinals team that looks better than we thought.
Yeah.
Cardinals game notwithstanding, or
Yeah.
Commanders game, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I think that's just I think Jaden Daniels has some weird voodoo going for him this year. I think
he heard
I
Dalton
really do
talking
think
shit
he
and
is
was
gonna
like, "Fuck you, Dalton."
Yeah.
he is gonna have. To be clear, I know
I know. It's just
this
funny.
doesn't surprise me.
I know,
Jaden Daniels
yeah.
looking like this, I could see him having 2 great years, and then,
And then he dies. Yeah.
yeah, then he dies. That's
Yeah.
what
You
happened.
just gotta
to
hope he
Rising
doesn't
Free.
die. He's gotta hope he doesn't die. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
That's on you,
Career-wise.
bro. That's on you. And this
He's
is
like,
live
oh,
right now. with some
yeah.
Career-wise.
hints on this. Oh, okay.
No, yeah, death of a career, not a person.
Okay.
Although with him,
Yeah.
if anyone was going to on the football field, it
Yeah.
might be him, unfortunately.
Um,
Well,
I mean-
let's let Tua get back out there first, but I guess
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah.
And Brock Purdy, I know you're watching. I appreciate you, Brock Purdy. Don't let Dalton get in the way of the game this Sunday.
Zero Dark Purdy, we got him
Yeah.
coming. We got him coming. No, I don't know. Anyway, I got
Just gloss
minded
over.
yeah,
the
I'm not. We're just not gonna.
regulation.
We're not gonna talk.
I'm not gonna put
We're
that
not gonna
bad.
talk about
I'm
it.
not gonna put that bad voodoo on this show.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen too. It's fine.
Just
Yeah.
wish a guy dies after 2 seasons.
Yeah, I don't wish it. I just
Hoped it.
anticipate for
That's
possibly.
what will happen if you try to run through the A gap upright and Fred Warner's on the other side of the field.
Yeah, maybe don't do that very often.
Yeah.
This one just felt like kind of like because I understand like it's not that the Falcons are bad per se. It's that I feel like they're just kind of hanging around both offensively and defensively, and I think Tampa can easily go in there and take care of business. So I have them
Yeah.
money line plus 114. Again, it's not great value, but like it's plus odds on a division game.
Yeah.
They're on the road. Like I get that, but like I just really think outside of that weird Denver game, Tampa's looked awesome in 3 out of 4 games. and I really like the way Baker's playing right now. I think he can take care of business there. I think Kirk is still kind of warming up a little bit. Maybe he starts to play a little bit better, but if as long as Tampa can control the ground game a little bit with Atlanta and like keep Algier really actually at this point and Bijan in check, like I think they're going to be able to come away with the victory there.
Yeah. Tampa's the best team in that division.
Yeah.
It's
So.
pretty
By a
clear at this
mile.
point.
Yeah.
Also, we got to apologize to JT about our Tampa Bay
Yeah.
opinions before the season, so far at least. For
He was
40
trying to
40
tell
games.
us, and I just didn't.
He was.
But like, also like he's always doing this. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
So like I guess it's always got a 50-50
Yeah.
shot, really. I guess, but you know,
Well,
I was
since
just, I was
the
like, yeah,
clock-
that'll be good still,
Yeah.
but not like to win the division good. They might be win the division good, guys.
Yeah. No, I mean, Baker might win the MVP.
If he
Like
plays
that's
like
an
this the
actual
whole year,
conversation we're gonna have
Yeah.
if he keeps
the
playing.
Sam Darnold Baker Mayfield MVP race we all expected before the season.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what are we doing, guys?
and on both on like their third or fourth teams.
Fourth team for
Yeah.
both of them actually, because
Yeah.
Baker was on the Rams
Yeah.
briefly.
That
so.
cup of coffee.
Yeah, a cup of coffee. The game that Dalton certainly loves a lot.
Oh God.
Yeah. Right.
Silas says, Baker, he's a real deal this year. I think
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too.
so.
We need to bring back the Home Depot Baker commercial.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just show him moving all
Dude,
the time.
all of his commercials are great.
they were really good. They actually were. I usually
Yeah.
didn't cringe nearly as much at those as I did a lot of the other ones.
Then Whopper.
Whopper.
I hate you guys.
There it is, and
That
we
is
did
out of
it.
my head.
And we do it. We did
Rhymes
it
it
to
right
him.
back in.
See, Dalton's thing is the Whopper, and then it was for Felix Dalton. It was me bringing up Daniel Jones on every draft podcast, no matter what the topic was. That's what. Those are the two bits that we have going on. No.
All right, before we get into our touchdown parlay, do you guys have any NFL parlays?
I do.
Yes.
All right, let's
So, I hit last week, trying to keep it going. I got Cardinals +7.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That feels pretty safe against the Niners. Taking
Fuck
Vikings
you.
-2.5.
You just had to add in that little comment about
It feels pretty safe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they might win, so it does feel
Yeah.
pretty safe. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And then, Vikings -2.5, and then I got the Commanders -3 against the Browns. This is another one that just feels too good to be true.
Yeah.
It does.
I don't know. But those three together are at +546.
It's pretty good. I got my Tampa Bay money line pick, Jaguars -2.5 because it's a Colts game at Jacksonville, which means they will win somehow, no matter what.
Yeah.
We know that. It will be their first win of the season. We'll probably
Who's
be
playing
one of like
quarterback
four.
for them.
It doesn't matter that much ultimately with the streak that they have going on with on the road to Jacksonville. No, I think that Richardson might be good to go from what I heard recently, but maybe not. Either way, I'm taking it just because, this is what they do. For some reason, they beat the Colts at home. That's it. If they win one game a year, it will be that game, I think. Steelers -1.5, like I talked about. Carolina +3.5 at Chicago. Mostly because I think Chicago is still kind of not good. The Rams don't have anybody on defense who can still play except for like the front four. So, it kind of makes it easier. Baltimore -2.5 at Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati's defense simply is not good enough to keep pace with the Ravens, and Ravens' defense is good enough to at least limit Burrow a little bit. Vikings -2.5, and then the under 36.5 for Dolphins at Patriots, and that gives me a +9,592 on a 7-game parlay, so pretty good.
Nice. All right. So let's get into our touchdown parlay.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't on the show last week, so how close were you guys?
Just Jerome Ford missed, I think.
We've been
Oh,
one off
that's
the
right.
last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and
All
I'm
right.
on like a five in a row heater with touchdown parlays somehow
I know.
for some reason.
I know you
So.
are. So this is the week.
Probably, yeah.
This is the week. All right. So I'm gonna go with Debo Samuel.
Niners.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
No, I like that.
No, I do
I
too.
think
Yeah, I'm just messing with you.
Debo's
Debo
the
being
number. He's the
the
number
Cardinals
one
trying
guy.
to tackle Debo right now
Yeah.
is funny to think about.
Yeah, I think Debo just like if you get within 30 yards, he's either going to do some sort of like jet pass or some screen and just run it in. So
Yeah.
I'm taking Debo.
Yeah, I like that. So you mentioned this game already, Shane, but I'm taking ETN at minus 115.
Feels good.
Yeah, the Colts have struggled against running backs all year. They can't stop the run.
Except for
And-
Najee Harris, apparently, but whatever.
Yeah.
But like I think they still ran the ball decently with Fields, right?
Yeah, with Fields and everyone except Najee somehow.
Yeah,
They admittedly didn't block for him.
Yeah.
I watched the film. Didn't block one time for that guy.
Well, in this
Don't know what
game,
that was
we know Trevor Lawrence is not gonna run all over anybody.
No.
That
Nor
actually
should he
be really
try.
fun to watch.
Nor should he try.
Yeah.
But yeah, ETN should have no problem scoring. He's having a pretty solid year. He should have no problem scoring this week.
That was my backup if anyone had mine, so I like that.
Yeah, and then I got Braylon Allen for the Jets, plus 290, I believe it was. He's been getting a lot of carries. Brees Hall looked rough last week. Still love Brees, but I do think we're going to continue to see kind of a split backfield there, which I think is ultimately good for both guys because, Allen doesn't have a ton of mileage for as much as he played in college because he's still a younger player. He's only 20, I think, still right now. So, I like that, those two kind of playing off each other. And I could easily see him getting in the end zone as he's already done it a couple times this year, I think. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that Rodgers is a guy that rewards people that are consistent and that he can trust. And I think Braylon Allen is quickly becoming that guy for
Yeah,
him.
so.
I mean, look at Lazard. I mean, he's making Lazard look like
Dude.
a top 5 guy in the league.
Alan Lazard still as much as he's able to play with Rodgers, that dude might be the most quarterback dependent player in NFL
Yes.
history. Not just quarterback dependent in general, but specific quarterback dependent is kind of insane.
Yeah. The day Rodgers retires, you're going to see him 5 minutes later on Twitter hey, I'm retiring as well.
Yeah, I'm out. I made entirely too much money from the Jets. I'm happy I'm
Yeah.
leaving.
So,
God. Garrett Wilson though, bad guy apparently, according to Rodgers.
yeah. He gets pissed too when they drop the ball. He's yelled at Brees Hall a few times.
Yeah, it's tough to as good as Rodgers is. And again, we're not going to spend too much time on this because of tangent. We have the NFL show coming up this week as well, so we'll talk more about that type of stuff.
Now
But-
tangent.
Yeah, right. That's where we could really get into tangents. There we go.
Yeah.
No, but the thing with Rodgers is playing receiver for him is really hard.
Yes.
If you get it down, you become Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, right, or Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
If you don't get it down, it's not going to work out so good. So I think they still have a
Become
ways to
Jimmy
go
Graham.
there. Yeah. Jimmy Graham. Yeah. I
You
mean-
go from being in the conversation for one of the best. You become considered possibly the best tight end in the league in a league where Gronk exists.
Yeah.
To falling off the face of the earth and being stashed away as the third tight end in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hit or miss with Rodgers with receivers. So, again, trade for Devontae Adams, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Banish Garrett Wilson to the Shadow Realm for some reason. I don't know,
Yeah.
but whatever.
But yeah, if you take all 3 of those guys, it's plus 1,195. So,
Pretty good. Pretty
Pretty
good.
good, and it's gonna hit this week because
This will be the one week that mine doesn't. You guys will both hit yours, and I'll be like, "What the hell?"
yeah,
You gave me Packers defense, but I can't get Braylon Allen. Come on. What are we doing?
literally when that hit, I was like, all right, now his
I was
backup's
laughing
not
my
gonna
ass
hit,
off,
I'm gonna
dude.
feel terrible.
I was laughing my ass off when that one hit. I was like, "There's no way he did it." And I watched the game. I'm like, "Yep, that's Will Levis for you."
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
Oh yeah, quick betting tip. Whatever. So I know this is another homer pick for the Niners, but bet the over on Brock Purdy rushing yards.
Apparently.
They always put his line at like anywhere from 6 to 8, and he gets 11 to 20 every game.
Yeah, it feels like eventually he just takes off a couple
Yeah,
times, which like he can.
yeah.
So I don't know why he. Yeah, I don't know why they do that, but
I think they're eventually going to start bumping his lineup, but if it's under 10, take it all day.
maybe they think he's still in college and he like gets his
Yeah.
rushing yards subtracted when he gets sacked.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
like otherwise, I don't know why they think he's not going to rush for at least like a couple yards every game.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
All right. So, Shane, do you want to plug the NFL show anymore?
Yeah, so we should have the first episode in a very long time of the NFL live show this Friday, shooting for about 11:30, I think, because that should make it easier for you, Dalton. I think you said. So we're gonna try to go live. There should be, depending on how many of us actually end up getting on the show, gonna try to keep it to about an hour, hour and a half show every week. That should allow us to talk about like everything we want to get off our chests about the NFL, talk about some game picks. We'll kind of sort through what we want it to be every week based on what's kind of going on around the league. But yeah, that'll be coming back, and then at some point near probably the beginning of November, we should be getting the draft podcast going again as well. So that'll be fun.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds fun. We'll definitely tweet out about the NFL show and obviously the draft show once that gets going. That's gonna be right around the corner again, which
Yep.
is crazy.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that, everyone. We appreciate everyone watching tonight. All I can say is screw the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Screw the Broncos. And even it goes against Dalton's bets. Screw the Cardinals. But we appreciate you guys watching this week. And let us know if you follow any of our picks. Definitely follow the Anytime Touchdown Parlay. That one's hitting this week. Just
Got
'cause
to.
we said
Got
so.
to eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A broken clock's right twice. What is it, twice a day? So
Yeah.
maybe we'll hit one time this year.
At least
this is the
once,
week.
yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys again for watching. We'll see you next week at 9:30 Eastern on Wednesday. And good luck.